And as you know, I'm not a member of the committee, but I was anxious to sit in on this debate today, and I do appreciate that you'll allow me to make a short contribution, and I will keep it short. And I thank the Minister for being here and entering into this dialogue with us people, because it is important we discuss these issues pre-budget. I know that Deputy McConaughey and Deputy Cahill have covered most of the issues, so when I refer to suckler cow and things like that, I don't expect you to go back because you've already answered it. But I do want to put it on the record. Minister, the suckler cow, all that area is so important to my part of the country, to the west, Midlands, North West. It's as important to our area as the dairy business is to the south of the country. And in reality, it cannot continue. And other speakers have said that here. It cannot continue to go on and on. And what alarms me at the moment is farmers with good land, arable land, are saying, you know, this isn't profitable. We can't even break even in many situations at the moment, and our only option is forestry. Now, again, I want to put on the record, I am not anti-forestry. We need it. And in terms to our carbon counts and all that, it is important. And it is a business that creates quite a lot of jobs, so I'm not anti-forestry. But you have a situation, as you know well, if I walk into the bank tomorrow morning and I want to develop my farm in forestry vis-a-vis a suckler herd, you know I will get better terms with the bank for forestry. And I think that's a pity that that happens where there's good arable land, that farmers have worked with agricultural land for years, that land will be lost to forestry. And that has happened over and over again in my county, in my constituency, Galway-Roscommon. Since I became a TD, I've had lots of reps on that. So we do need to come to the aid of the suckler cow business, and we do need to support it in some shape or form. And as you know, our party have, for a number of years now, given a commitment to 200 per suckler cow, and that is vital. It's coming up constantly with me. But I'll leave that there because you have dealt with it. I also think, Minister, I don't know what, obviously you're not going to give us any clue of what the budget is going to include, but there's a huge area, and farmers and IFA and others in briefings have told us recently, renewable energy. And I think we should really, you know, get far more serious with the farming industry in relation to renewable energy. They're prepared to work with this. There's huge opportunities there for farmers in renewable energy, and surely it's the way that we should be going, you know, going out of our way to assist farmers to become more involved in renewable energy. Deputy Cahill mentioned the pig sector. I think there are less now than 300 pig farmers left in this country. And I know, again, my own constituency is down to 8 or 10 pig farmers. And they've had it really rough for quite a number of years. And I certainly wouldn't like to see a situation developing where we have 0 pig farmers in this country. So they need some protection and they need some support. And they're people who work very, very hard. The final thing I want to bring up with you is drainage scheme. I have prior to me going into media, I was a qualified horticulturalist, and I have been, I suppose, involved in soil testing over a number of years. But it's very noticeable in recent years that much of our soil, that the quality of the soil has deteriorated because of the different rain patterns. A lot of the nutrients are being washed out of our soil. So I think it's absolutely vital for the future of farming, particularly where we have heavy soils around the country, and we have a lot of that type of soil, that we reintroduce a drainage scheme. Because there hasn't been one, there really hasn't been a proper drainage scheme for many, many years. And that's badly needed. It's badly needed for farms, and that is something I would like to see you looking at and bringing in a budget for that, because it is vitally important. And finally, if there's going to be any more money for certain forms of diversification for farmers, not, I'm saying into forestry, but other areas of maybe, you know, tourism farming or whatever, will there be money there in any scheme for diversification? Thank you.
Thanks, Deputy Murphy. Deputy Healy-Rae, I presume you want to contribute.
Thank you very much, Chairman.